You've been here 3 years now, switching back to the zone blocking scheme now. How's the transition going?
It's going great. We were able to install and kind of introduce it all and learn it all during OTA. So now in training camp, we can execute, and now with pads on like today, and fly around and be able to get the real reps.
Speaking of which, back in pads, how great is it to be back in pads now instead of just running around?
Yeah, I think it's a lot more fun. Being able to actually play the game, and then you really know what you need to work on, and you can start working on that stuff for the season. Because it's all or nothing when it comes that time.
Obviously, new regime here with the loss of Al Davis. How different is it here, and what change have you seen without Al Davis prowling around the sidelines?
You know what? The one thing I do know is that we keep working hard every day. That's something that we've been stressing since the beginning of OTAs and now training camp is work and finish, and that's all we're really focused on. We're not focused on anything that's going on outside. What's new, what's old, what's the same. No, it's all each practice, each meeting, and we try to get better in every phase.
Have you noticed a difference in coaching philosophies now that Wiz isn't here? You guys are?
No, because he was still working on it with the same system that Frank was, or Coach Pollock was installing. So they were on this same page with that, and it's that part hasn't changed.
How has running back Darren McFadden looked to you behind you?
Great. He's an awesome back to have behind you. Can make you look great on a lot of plays, and very dangerous.
Every offensive line, it's got to get chemistry together, and you got a little shuffling. Cooper came over onto the other side. How's that coming together as a group?
Oh, I think it's going really well. It's nice having Coop there next to me with 13 years of experience. Definitely feels good, and I think we're going to mesh really nicely. From the 3 practices that we've had, it looks like we're going to come together nicely and definitely be a great line this year.
What are your thoughts on Goodson?
Mike?
Yes.
I think he can be a very explosive guy. You see him hit the hole at 1,000,000 miles per hour, bust right through. So I'm excited to see him, in action when it comes game time.
Kind of exciting to have 3 kind of fast, decisive guys behind you.
3 backs that can fly, and those guys can kick it into a high gear quick. So it is real nice having those guys back behind you. And like I said, it makes us look real good when you got guys that fast, because you get in the right position. You can block your guy for a second or two. Those guys will be by you, make you look real good.
So looking back on last year, what things have you been working on this off season, and what do you still need to work on?
I want to keep working on just strength, and adding lean muscle, and strengthening technique. Some of the areas that I wanted to improve from last year. I want to keep working with improving my hands, footwork. Because that stuff can always be better. And, I feel like that's real important for the O-lineman to be able to bring the feet with the hands, and work the 2 separately when they need to be worked. So I've been trying to work on that, and I think that'll help and be kind of an emphasis through training camp.
How do you feel Wisniewski has been doing with his transition to center at the full time?
Good. He's a bright guy, and when we had him in there last year for the San Diego game, he did a good job, and I think he likes being in there. It feels pretty natural to him, and he's good at barking out the calls, and I think he's pretty comfortable in there, and it should be a good transition.
And your impressions of Knapp's offense so far?
Great. I love it. It's great for an O-lineman. I love the scheme, and really think it's gonna be great.
What's it like having Shaughnessy across from you again? Does he test you at all? Does he?
Yeah, no, he's a great guy to have across from you. He's a real physical DN. That plays with real good leverage. He's got good hands, so you really got to work. Like I said, working that technique. It's so big, and he's a very good person to have to work good technique. Because if you're working bad technique person, he'll make you pay for it.
Does having him help you prepare for all the different events you're going to see?
Absolutely.
I know you said that you guys are not, your train of thought is not so much what's old and what's new, but this is the first time in years that the Raiders have had an actual GM. What's it like with Reggie McKenzie around, and being a former player himself for the Raiders? Does he pop in at meetings, be on a more friendly? He seems like a real laid back guy.
I just haven't really given a ton of thought to all that new system, all the office stuff. like I said earlier, it basically just comes down to the practice meetings and doing what I need to do, doing what we need to do as a line and an offense to win.
And good to know you're just putting your mindset to work and work hard and win.
Exactly, and if there's anything that I have seen from that aspect, it's been real great. I think that we brought in some really good guys and filled some pieces that or fill some holes with some quality pieces and guys that can contribute and make our team better.
How did you feel about them retaining Al Sanders?
Real good. Al's a great guy, great coach. I'm sure you guys can see a great energy guy during practice. And he knows a lot, and he puts in a lot of time, and he's real good with relating to the players and being able to talk to players, and watches a ton of film, and is real smart, and can formulate great plays, and see where stuff opens up. And so that's really I'm glad that he's still here.
Is it a little different having a defensive-minded coach? I mean, it seems like he spends a lot of his time with the defensive side of the ball, and you had Hugh last year who spent a lot of time with the offense. Is it a little different for you guys?
Yeah, he is the offensive coordinator my rookie year, so it just kind of felt like more carryover, like he's still with the offense. And now this year with Coach Knapp, it's like he's the main guy in offense. He's kind of the voice with the offense, and so don't see the back and forth.
It's more delegated.
Yeah.